This is Industry Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we analyze a different industry. Today, we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about the advertising industry. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get informed. Hello Aluxers and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a very exciting video coming your way, and it's all about one of the most creative, fun, and controversial industries, the advertising industry. Advertising is almost as old as humankind. Archaeologists have actually found evidence of ancient Egyptian and Roman wall posters and letters that had the purpose of promoting activities and services. Ancient Arabian and Greek pieces of evidence were also found in the means of rock sculptures and papyruses, as well as rock paintings. It comes natural to humans to promote things they've made or the services they provide. Everything we do in life can be seen as advertising, so it's no surprise that it has evolved into a multi-million-dollar industry. Whether it's advertising on TV, on billboards, flyers, radio, online, product placement, or celebrity endorsement, advertising is a part of our lives, and it dictates what we like, what we hate, what we eat, how we choose to dress, and even our career paths. For example, now is a good time to jump on the social media wagon and change your career if you feel like you don't like what you're doing anymore. But without too much blabbering on, let's see what it's like to work in this industry. Who are the biggest key players, and what scandals hide underneath all that marketing and PR? If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. This is the 15 things you didn't know about the advertising industry. Number 1. The average consumer sees up to 3,000 ads per day. From the moment you wake up to the very second you fall asleep, the human brain is assaulted by images, lots of them, representing ads in one form or another. Studies show that the average consumer sees up to 3,000 ads per day, every day, even if the brain sometimes chooses to ignore them. You see ads while surfing the net, on billboards, and even your favorite TV shows have product placements in them or are interrupted by commercials. We see so many ads that our brains don't even recognize 80% of them and think they're just a part of the picture. But the thing is that advertising money is what keeps businesses alive, so really, it's difficult to cut them down. Number 2. The advertising industry often hires people with non-related backgrounds. Being part of the advertising industry requires a lot of creativity and the ability to adapt and understand as many aspects of an industry as possible. Knowing what people's behaviors are, their needs and expectations is another important factor in being successful in advertising. This is why you'll find people with different backgrounds working in the industry. Advertising involves a lot of teamwork, and gaining insights from different other industries means being able to better identify people's needs and what is important to be addressed. If you feel like you have a creative side and want to change your career path, you should give advertising a try. Number 3. Guerrilla marketing can make brands go viral. Guerrilla marketing is a concept of unconventional advertising strategies that allows brands to promote themselves in new and innovative ways. Simply put, guerrilla advertising focuses on grabbing the public's attention at a personal and memorable level, and it's usually associated with small budgets and making the most out of the little logistics you do have. But when done properly, this type of advertising can make brands go viral. And of course, big brands with huge marketing budgets make use of the technique all the time. One example is Coca-Cola's hugging machine that proved to be a success. Back in 2012, the big company set up a vending machine that would give free Cokes in exchange for hugs, and people were crazy about it because it made them feel like sharing the love. Number 4. All campaigns and new launches are first tested incognito. It's funny how when a brand launches a new product, it's exactly the right color, the right flavor, it fits the trends and its target audience, has a price everyone is willing to pay, can be found in the best shops, and pretty much meets all the criteria to be bought. How's that even possible? Well, they test them a lot. Before every new launch and every big campaign, they test their products on multiple groups to see where they need to adjust them and if the feedback is positive. When companies spill so much money in campaigns that go live worldwide, they'd better perform as expected. If your dream job is to be a copywriter, then get ready to change your texts thousands of times. Nobody gets it right on the first try. Number 5. The advertising industry is worth $1.2 trillion. The advertising industry is expanding a lot every day. Mobile media, new social platforms, and digital advertising are now the trending means of communication. With people spending so much time on the internet and consuming so much content, it's added up significantly to the budgets and investments that are now poured into this industry. In 2017 alone, the advertising industry saw a huge growth and a market capitalization of $1.2 trillion worldwide. The USA is the biggest market for advertising, but the Middle East and other regions such as Asia and Western Europe are on the podium too. Agencies sure spin a whole lot of money. Number 6. People blame advertising for setting impossible social standards. And it's such a widely discussed topic, it's almost boring by now. Yes, the advertising industry, much like the fashion industry, sets the trends. Big companies pouring money into their marketing campaigns decide the new waves, what's worth having, and what causes you should support. The advertising industry has been accused many times for being sexist or promoting impossible body standards. In recent years, however, the focus has been shifted to promoting gender equality and women empowerment because that's what everyone seems to be talking about these days. The industry's newest strategy? Pushing empowering campaigns for women, like Dove's #RealBeauty or the Trojan XOXO condom line. What women tend to forget, though, is how much of a buying power they hold, which is why brands deliver whatever they're willing to pour their money into. And if female empowerment is what sells for now, it's what everybody's getting. Number 7. The website Extends was sued for falsely advertising it could extend penis length. Lying in the advertising industry is a widely spread technique. Well, okay, maybe not lying, but altering the facts a bit, overusing phrases like scientifically proven or guaranteed results, or simply deceiving the viewer. However, making false claims sometimes does come with a price. You might have heard about Red Bull being sued for false advertising because of its "It gives you wings" tagline, and it was forced to pay back $10 to every US customer who bought the drink since 2002 because it didn't actually give you wings, but it was a singular case. Back in 2010, Extends, an all-natural male enhancement manufacturer, had to pay $6 million to settle a false advertising lawsuit. They advertised their product as scientifically proven to increase the size of a certain part of the male body. But the studies done really beg to differ. Number 8. Outdoor advertising was banned for up to a decade in Sao Paulo. Another way ads are present in our lives is street billboards or flyers that make for a big part of the modern-day urban scenery. In some states like Hawaii, Vermont, or Maine, street advertising is illegal. Same was the case for the city of Sao Paulo, that banned billboards back in 2007 through their then-mayor's initiative. However, a decade later, a pro-business mayor wanted to bring them back and justified his intentions by promoting public works that could be done using advertising money. The new mayor already proceeded to auction the initiative and asks in return for the winner to be responsible for painting, cleaning, lighting, installing cameras, and otherwise maintaining the bridges the new billboards will be put on. Number 9. Advertising towards children is regulated in some regions. A lot of work and research goes into running a marketing campaign, and targeted ads rule our modern days. We give up so much data in exchange for freely using the internet, and advertising companies should be stupid not to use them. One of big brands' favorite target audiences is children, mostly because their parents would make all possible efforts to fulfill their needs, and if that kid is spoiled, they will buy them everything they want. This is where advertisers jump in, with clever ads and jingles to pursue children into wanting everything they see on TV, in the shops, or on the internet. It's shown that up until the age of 8 years old, a child can't tell reality apart from a televised ad, and they end up believing everything they're being told and everything they see on TV. Advertisers see that as a pure gold mine. Number 10. The most expensive ad aired on TV cost $1 billion. If you don't know what the Super Bowl is, we'll tell you that it's just one of the most important sporting events in the US, being watched by millions of fans, which is why advertising during the game is as expensive as it gets. The most expensive ad that aired on TV so far cost $8.1 million, or $900,000 per second, advertising for Pepsi Cola, and aired on February 3, 2002, during the Super Bowl game. The 90-second commercial starred Britney Spears, and it showed how drinking Pepsi evolved during the last 5 decades. Other companies like Procter & Gamble paid up to $3 million for a 30-second advertisement back in 1967, and companies were charged as much as $42,000 for a 30-second ad. And Alexers, we're curious. Have you seen our fashion industry video yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Click in the top right corner to see our 15 things you didn't know about the fashion industry video. Number 11. The richest advertising company is WPP London. In every industry, there is one company or one man that made it big. We like to talk about the ones that made it to the very top, the real stakeholders and big money guys. In advertising, pretty much like any other industry, you can make a lot of money if you're smart and play your cards right. That's what Martin Sorrell did a couple of years ago, and now he owns the biggest company in this industry. WPP London was founded in 1971 and now makes more than $1.9 billion a year. WPP's advertising agency company holdings include the Ogilvy & Mather, Young and Rubicam brands, Lander Associates, and JWT, while WPP digital company holdings include Wonderman, Geometry, and VML. However, Sorrell actually stepped down in April of 2018 due to allegations of personal misconduct and company assets, rumors which he denied. Number 12. Baidu offers free advertising services. Google Chrome is one of the most used web browsers in the world, but unfortunately for them, it's also banned in China. Actually, every service that Google offers is banned in China, which left room for other companies, like Baidu, to step in and fulfill the need. Unlike Google that offers websites exposure and more traffic for money, Baidu keeps their mobile web search free of advertising. In fact, they pledged to keep the search bar on the mobile app always free after a university student sought out a controversial cancer treatment advertised among search results and died. It seems like they don't need the advertising money for development, but then again, holding the monopoly in a huge country like China must have its advantages. Number 13. Social media jobs are considered pink-collar jobs. Kids nowadays want to be YouTubers, influencers, and internet celebrities. Jobs are not what they used to be, and some careers last only as long as the job does. With the rise of new media and younger generations wanting fresh and different content, agencies must find super talented and skilled people to do these jobs. One of the most hyped jobs at the moment is being a social media manager. It might seem like an easy job, but you have to manage a lot of things at the same time and always be creative. All the social media related jobs are called pink-collar jobs, since up to 70% of social media managers are women. Number 14. The U.S. pharmaceutical companies spend twice as much on advertising as they do on research. A lot of controversy and speculation goes around the high prices that Big Pharma imposes on their medicines, with many people accusing them of having hidden intentions. Studies show that most U.S. pharma companies spend considerably more on advertising than they do on research and developing new medicine. The biggest spender is Johnson & Johnson, with $17.5 billion poured into sales and marketing back in 2015, while only spending $8.2 billion in the R&D department. However, most of the money goes into directly advertising to the physicians, rather than directly to the customer. What this means is that doctors often get paid or receive benefits to prescribe a certain medicine, depending on who's paying better. Number 15. Mercedes and Jaguar got into an advertising feud, much to the delight of the audience. There's nothing more delightful for the consumer than a good and creative feud between brands. For the least, people feel like being a part of a community while defending their favorite product. Look at Samsung and Apple, for example. They gain so much exposure from people going at each other's throats over their products that the brand's only interest is to keep this rivalry going. One creative example of a good feud happened between Mercedes and Jaguar. Mercedes-Benz's initial commercial featured a comparison between a chicken's stability at all times and Mercedes-Benz's intelligent drive. Jaguar replied by mocking the commercial and stating, "Magic body control? We prefer cat-like reflexes." It took Mercedes a couple of days to come up with a reply for that one, but their comeback ad featured the cat-like reflexes of a lazy, sleepy feline. Jaguar failed to come up with an answer so far, but the whole thing was to everyone's pleasure. And that's it for today, A-Luxers. That's our take on the advertising industry. Let us know in the comments section below what's the funniest commercial you've ever seen. And for those loyal A-Luxers who stuck with us all the way to the end of the video, as always, you get a bonus fact. Here it is. Number 16. Even though most products are marketed towards women, they still feel misunderstood by advertisers. It's hard being a woman, am I right, ladies? Advertisers have few stereotypes about women and keep using them time and time again. They impersonate moms, hot women, and now powerful ones that the trend is finally asking for it. They use women so often and advertise to them so much, but if you ask any woman, she'll tell you she feels misunderstood by ads and products. Either someone is not doing a good job, or women are just impossible to understand, or maybe there's just too many men at the top. Take your pick. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.